Welcome. So let's talk about tomorrow on Enterprise TV, where we discuss everything and anything. I'm your host for today, Fine Boy David. And as the host, today we'll be discussing #EndBadGovernance. Actions aimed at enforcing political and social change are gaining traction around the world. Actually, they've always been with us, but in Nigeria, it wasn't the first option until recent years. From the #EndSARS protest of 2020 to the ongoing #EndBadGovernance protest, a younger generation of Nigerians appear to have embraced a boldness to tell their own story by taking a role less frequently taken before. With the rising cost of living, unimaginable inflation, a hike in the exchange rate and fuel price, coupled with the unavailable jobs for the Nigerian youths, many have decided to hit the streets and make their voices heard in protest for better living standards. But the question is, can protests birth a new nation? Now we need to discuss that. There's Chioma. Welcome back to the show. Nice to have you. Oluwa, singer. Nice to have you on the show again. And Fine Girl Lights. It's good to have you on the show. Single Fine Girl Lights. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Formidable barrister Evans. It's wonderful to have you again.
Yes.
So now the question is, can protests birth a new Nigeria? The Genesis first for the Price House. So who's opening?
Okay, let me go first. Can protest birth a new Nigeria, a new nation? Okay. Maybe and maybe not. Yes, I would. Yes, 50-50. I would have said protest would have changed the narration of bad governance and everything in the country. But seeing the news yesterday, and we have some people going against the Igbos. Now you get it. The thing is, if we have to come together and change the nation, we have to be one. No Yoruba, no Igbo, no Hausa, no tribe. Do you get it? So that kind of thing in a nation where we are trying to like bring peace, we are fighting for a common interest, and some people are in their houses or wherever they are and they are doing tantrums to another tribe. I'm not sure with that we can actually achieve or change the country with that. So
yeah.
And
of course, my answer is yes. I wouldn't put it on a 50-50 scale.
okay.
Yeah, my answer is totally yes. I believe protest is the way.
Protest is the way.
Yeah,
Protest is the way.
protest is the way.
Okay.
It is, of course, it is the right of the citizens. Do you get? And that is the only way, or should I say, only legal way to say, okay, we are not convenient or comfortable with what is going on in the country.
Okay.
So of course, yeah, it is compared to the nation.
And I'm sorry to cut you short.
Okay.
The EndSARS of 2020.
Yeah.
You witnessed all of those happenings and everything.
EndSARS had a goal. EndSARS had a goal.
And
EndSARS and it ended.
because we all come together as one.
As one.
But now we have division.
The division.
Do you get it?
No, okay, at this point, sorry to cut both of you.
It's fine. It's fine.
But for me, I feel protest is not the way. Yes. Our mindset as a country and as a citizen is one way. Because, okay, they've asked me to hold the mic.
Okay.
So let me hold the mic and let me just state it. There's a way we can actually pass a message to those in government without us even screaming. Now, it's our attitude to the way we behave and our mindset.
Okay.
Take this EndBadGovernance, for example. Assuming we have good leaders
Okay.
that are in the helm of affairs, let me take like our Ezendigbo and Co.
Okay.
that are saying that say no to protest.
Okay.
They were at some point settled and giving some money to talk to those who they are leading. Now, if those set of people did not take money
Okay.
and actually talk to those who they are collecting orders from, and tell them, pass a message to them.
Okay.
They are the people we're supposed to use. And take, for example, some persons were called out to come and protest against the protest.
You
And
get what I'm
collect the
saying?
money. So the leaders know that, okay, that's why some persons say that religion is a tool for the poor.
Religion and tribe.
Do you understand? So if Nigerians, we as citizens, can have one mind, know what it is to be a citizen, and be patriotic or be patriotic,
Mm-hmm.
the leaders would learn how to treat us. There's a saying that you teach people how to treat you. You don't tell them, you don't, that's why they say as an elder, you don't tell them, oh, respect me, I'm older than you. There's a way you would behave, and by virtue
You
of your
earn it.
behavior, you earn it.
Well, we've been peacefully saying that things are getting worse
Okay.
every day.
Okay.
And it fell on deaf ears.
Now, if you watch, there was a particular saying that was going around, especially when they were doing the saga. And we actually made joke of it that we were posting it on our status.
Okay.
Now the way that they behave to make Tinubu feel so again money.
And now,
The truth is that we can't keep on saying something else and we are acting
the other way
the other way
around.
around. That is why they will keep on taking us for a joke.
That does not mean you should let naira fall from 700 naira to 1,500.
Do you know by rights, it is not, in as much as we are citizens and we can speak up, it is not you and I that are supposed to be talking. If we had good leaders that would bring them to book and ask them the right question, we're not supposed to be screaming.
But who will speak to those leaders? It's us now.
You're not getting it.
Who will speak to those leaders? Who will speak to them? It's us.
We will be the one to speak to those leaders. The only way we can actually achieve change in the country and reverting this country is when we come together as one. Nobody is saying we cannot speak to them. Nobody is saying they will not hear us talk. But the major thing is we have divisions amongst us.
Okay.
Imagine people coming out to protest against protest that is going to benefit the whole country.
After the protest,
You don't get it.
after the protest,
Protesting to stop protests, like you are protesting. Do you get it? You are protesting to stop a
Let me
protest.
say this. But do you think we all can be on the same page at the same time?
We cannot.
I don't understand.
We cannot all be on the same page. We are reaping the dividends of this economy as we speak now. A lot of people are reaping the dividends now. So you that you are not seeing anything from inside, you think your say will be the same with people that are already making their money.
So David, to yourself, do you think protest is the right way? Is the way to
The
overcome
protest was
this?
set out to be peaceful.
Okay.
But at some point in line, the protest failed.
Do you think protest is the way?
It is.
How?
We want good government, Abi. We asked for good government. The protest was going fine and simple until tear gas happened.
Aside from that,
we-
the divisions we have amongst
The divisions
us.
we have amongst us only are you not telling me that there are rumors that the government paid people to bring about this division?
So why do those people accept whatsoever the government was offering? I mean, offered them to disrupt the protest. I think protest is the right way.
Do you know one thing about those people that accepted something? If you take a very good look at them, they are possibly people that did not have good academic standing. So you pick a poor man on the street and you give him so 100,000 naira and tell him, see these protesters, they go and cause trouble. You think he will not go and cause trouble?
What I'm saying now is with you are saying what I'm saying, right?
With the division at hand,
Yes.
would our voice still be heard? Is that
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Fine. So by servants.
Well, I think we can work out our salvation through protest.
Okay.
Very important. There's a reason you have protest as a condition. Maybe because you guys are too young. You see, you are even saying this today. You would have met fuel at 5,000 naira per liter, if not for Shomole and his likes that fought vehemently against it. At some point, you guys are very young, you will not remember. This is a deja vu. We've been through this path before.
Okay.
Because you guys are sounding like we just started protest because we were just introduced last month or this month. We've been through this road before. And we're even living this way because of the protests of our heroes past.
Okay.
People have protested so much to the point that Nigeria is even good that allowances were made for you guys to be born. Otherwise, the way the government took it before, there's no reason to give birth to any child. There's no reason to get married. There shouldn't be any reason because things were tough. Do you know that in this country, There was a time they were using sawdust to cook. Did you witness it? That's what I'm saying. Cash back to history. If not for protests, by now, this country would have been like Somalia. So we have used, protests have succeeded repeatedly. Because when people talk about protests, the next is just NSAS protest. NSAS is too recent. NSAS is yesterday.
Compared to
4 years ago. Yes, internet is all okay. NSAS is what internet has. Yes, you are right. You are right to that extent. But the truth is that we cannot all sit down and say protest is not the way to go. Therefore, the government should act the way they want to act. You know why we are protesting? The people you send to the National Assembly have colluded with the executive. You are right when you say we don't need to protest, that protest is not the way. I agree. Because we voted senators to go represent us, to argue on our behalf, to state the way things ought to be, to check the executive. But when they got there, what did they do? If you just some countries, the moment Tinubu says subsidy is gone,
People would have reason
the state House of Assembly, the moment the National Assembly will begin an impeachment proceeding immediately. Because an impeachable offense is gross misconduct. You just got elected. No note has been handed over to you. You have not read anything about the state of things. You've not seen you don't have any material about what has happened before you. You started policy on the first day. It's gross misconduct. So, but you don't, is it in Akpabio National Assembly that will go and impeach Tinubu? Or who? So, we are protesting today because the people who sent them have failed us. Now we are left with ourselves. We gave them our mandate to go and represent us, our allegiance and everything. They've gone to play around with it. So what is left of us is that right to protest by law, which we have fall back to. And then we have to now use it, whichever way you think you twist it to, or whatever you think has happened to the protest, in terms of say somebody sent a tweet. And by the way, that is the person's opinion, that thing you see. And the truth is that how many persons are riding on it? Somebody tweeted or wrote something. It doesn't mean the protest has failed, or that we are not one in the protest. That's not true. There is hunger. Everybody can feel it. There is problem in the land. And if it were to be a country that truly and genuinely cannot afford to do more than what they have done, everybody will understand. It's a poor country. What the government is doing, they couldn't have done more than that. What do you expect them to do? But this is a country that have capacity to do far and above, exceed what they are doing currently. If the country had no money, you will not use 21 billion naira to renovate the house of. If the country has no money, you will not buy yacht, you will not buy private jet, you will not buy, National Assembly will not be taking 100 million plus per car. You understand? So we just have a government that have misprioritized what they have to prioritize. Okay? And then the people are now responding to it. See, whether some people are saying the ethnic this, ethnic that, the truth is that all these people writing ethnic this and that, they are so poor and wretched. In fact, those whom they are abusing are out there to protest on their behalf. That's the truth. The guy that went to slap someone on live TV because he's granting an interview, go and check his life. Go and check how much they gave him before he came out and all that. So, the truth is that not that people came out to protest because people like protest, they don't have jobs.
We have no choice.
You understand? That is if you check through history, people protest anytime that leadership is not working. Even in villages, you protest. In my village, during the planting season, there are some wicked people. I don't know whether they're imaginary or true, because sometimes I don't understand the narratives proper. During the planting season, there used to be a long period where there will be no rain, and the people are ready to plant. The women will come out to protest in the night. They will naked.
Protest the gods.
Yes, they will naked, and the man that, you didn't see the video of the man that pulled his dress,
Yes,
everything, and was protesting. You know what that means in the spirit realm? it means a different thing. It means you are cursing whoever is responsible for the problem you are going through. So the women will take up they will protest in the night. You understand? And after that protest, 2-3 days thereafter, you see rain everywhere. The rain will start to fall. They will start to pray that the rain should take a break. You understand? So it happened. So that is why people are not just protesting, because it's the right thing to do, and we have to do it because we have all our arsenals. We have wasted it. You have not recalled your senators till now. Why haven't you recalled them? The people you sent to represent you. You have the power to protest. So you choose your demons.
Truth to be told, if the government at hand had left everything the way it was when it came, if fuel was still 165, then I didn't value that price. But if you give me 400 naira fuel now, I will be so happy, because I was now buying for almost 1,000 naira. You cannot use 1,000 naira alone. Cannot buy you 160 meal and you be okay.
No, you buy bread.
You cannot buy the bread now. What are you saying?
You can buy small bread.
Oh, small bread.
Hey, now.
How many people eat small bread?
Just you.
Those small bread have sand.
Those small bread now are not even the standard small bread. It is agege bread.
It has
now.
This cover on top.
It has lost.
And I am selling it.
It has lost its
But
essence.
The listener is now 400 naira. It's not even bread that we used to buy.
I bet he has 350 only.
350.
Yes. God help us.
But the process the way.
According to
No, not according to
not according to him, but okay. Listening to him, I guess. But then, sir, let me ask you a question. Then, back in the days before the bigger 2020 protest, your protest then was effective because you had good leaders. I don't get.
Is that what you're trying to say?
No, like you have good leader. Military, a huge chunk of Nigerian history was military regime.
Okay.
You understand? You know, military is not a legitimate kind of government because they don't have mandate. Nobody voted them in. They just came, use God, kick everybody out of the place, and start.
That was protest.
Yeah, that's protest.
Okay.
So they will tell you that military intervention is as a result of corruption.
Okay.
Largely true. I won't lie you. 1979, largely true. Okay, a lot of corruption. But when they came that they are going to change things.
And
They ended up, they didn't change things. They did a little, maybe universities, terminal bridge, and then some pocket of here and there. Then discipline the people in a way.
okay.
But the corruption on that then was unimaginable. There's what they call structural adjustment program, the Babangida policy
Okay.
that was supposed to stabilize the economy and then bring wealth to the citizen. It failed, completely failed. Now all of them have their own. One, the Buhari and the Diagbon have their own war against indiscipline. Okay, there's so many programs they come up with the military, but all these programs failed. One, they don't have mandate. Two, the civilians were also fighting them. Press freedom was hampered. Freedom of speech wasn't guaranteed, especially under Abacha. He said you can talk, but after talking, your freedom of speech is guaranteed, but your freedom after speech is not guaranteed.
They're in the back.
So that was the kind of government at that time. Then Abiola came in, his election was annulled, the protests resumed and all that. So they've been protesting. There's Nadeko own. There's this Tinubu. We're talking about the
Had the protest before. He led the protest.
He was the
before.
one leading most of the protests, sponsoring them from those days, until now. Okay? And if not for the protests, we wouldn't have a return to democracy in 1979.
Okay.
And we will not have a return to democracy again
Okay.
in 1999. Even though Abacha died, Abu Salami took over and decided that he's going to hand over power to civilian. You understand? And he did that. Okay. Now this is where we are. From 1999 to date, this democracy is unbroken. There have not been any military intervention, which is supposed to count for us as a blessing. Okay. But what have we done? The first 4 years, Obasanjo and Atiku wasted it. The second 4 years, they wasted it. Okay? They handed over to Yaradua. Yar'Adua did a good job by structuring and repackaging. But there were a lot of problems with him. He wasn't healthy too. And he did it to the point he lost his life. Then Goodluck Jonathan succeeded him. Goodluck Jonathan did his part, very weak a man, but could leverage on some of the advantages in terms of appointment. Had almost the best heads, okay, like Gozo Okonjo-Iweala and the rest of them, who could do what they were able to put to a point where he also lost it in 2015. Now, when he lost in 2015, Buhari now came in and destroyed the country completely, like leveled everything completely. Because when he was coming, people were saying, it was this, it was that when he came.
You guys know what he came with.
And then, so now, yes, change. And he did not address. There was no time you interview him. He knew what he was doing.
Sure.
He was telling you, he's not aware. He's not aware. Most of the things he's not aware. He assured. So we left it on. Now, handed over to the same political party. That one, the day he was inaugurated, they started jumping like the proverbial antelope. They started dancing when they were not started playing drum and broke his leg. The same day, he says something is gone. He does not know what he's saying. He does not know the implication. He didn't know what to do thereafter. So we plunge us into this.
But there's that the subsidy is back.
We heard so.
Yeah, the subsidy is back.
Because the subsidy never
the subsidy is back.
We heard.
We're not talking about the resurgence of subsidy now. That one is a different conversation. We're talking about that announcement he made that plunged the economy into abyss. We have not recovered from it. Notice that we're not talking much about the resurgence of the subsidy, but it makes no difference. You understand? So we keep hitting on why should you make that statement. That's where we are. So if protest is not the answer as it is now, I wonder what is.
So are your mind, have you convinced you that protest is the
Even at this point, I would say it's a 50-50 thing.
You still at
Yes, they are still at 50-50. In as much as we need protests, our minds as citizens still need to just renew our mind. Because the truth is, they are one way or the other. Let me say you go to the market. Some persons will see you and they pay you outrageous price. And I will look at them today and say, and you'll be complaining about Tinubu because you're also doing your own Tinubu thing here. That is the truth.
No,
those prices are coming from where prices.
See, okay, let me give you an
example.
Some
are outrageous.
Some are outrageous. Like the way they will talk, I'll be like, and you'll be complaining about the leader. And that point, when I make that comment, a lot of them is as if their conscience start freaking them because they know that what they did is wrong. Because the truth is, we all keep on pointing fingers. I'm not saying we should not actually do business, but if you are pointing finger at the leaders, you are a leader where you are. Mm-hmm. Some persons are looking up to you. So if you cannot do right at your own little space, then you don't have any right to point at Tinubu and say he's doing something.
We have a huge citizens' character deficit. Okay, I mean, even if Nigeria turns out fine tomorrow, the federal government still have a lot of work to do. Citizens' rehabilitation. Almost every Nigerian citizen, people don't want to work. One, they want to cut corner. The average Nigerian like to cut corner. Do something well. They don't want to do it well. They want to perambulate and turn around, and they want to collect full salary. They want to cut corners, turn around, play one foolish, useless smartness that will lead to nowhere. They go to the express to defecate. This rehabilitation is real, okay? The citizen, the government, even if they provide all these countries need. Okay, look at the protest in Kano. It's all two guys on top the traffic light. You see how to hit the thing to remove it. Where are they taking that into? Where are they taking it to? So you just see that. So many of us in Nigeria will need rehabilitation. So government will bring enough therapists.
I beg to say that if there was enough education in the north, that thing you just mentioned now would not happen.
That's the therapy now. Rehabilitation is what? Education is, what does education do? It's not to rehabilitate the human soul. Otherwise, let me tell you something, without education, man is a beast. Man, anytime a man drops his education, drop everything he knows, I want to show you madness, you will know that man is a disaster. You understand? So, we know that part of the rehabilitation is to fix the schools. These children who are raised in good schools, who are raised in good neighborhoods, who they inculcated values in them, you can't find them on the expressway defecating. How are they going to do it? So that's what I'm saying, that from every family, from every circle of the family, if you educate a child proper, now we have 20 million, over 20 million children out of school. Those ones are the nuisance of the future. We're talking about the nuisance of the one they left 30 years ago. Uncatered for, they are the Boko Haram now. They have over 20 million now out of school. Government not saying anything about it. The Minister for Education need to be in prison.
To do mass wedding, mass marriage for them to give birth.
If it's a country that is working,
You don't get.
if it's a country that is working,
Mass marriage.
half of the ministers are just also supposed to be in prison. The Minister for Agriculture is supposed to be in prison. All of them.
But Evans,
But they are doing nothing.
you once said something that the Nigerians are an afterthought to the leaders.
Yes.
Now-
Do not.
Picking on that, we gave the government heads up. We gave them 10 days heads up. They would have said something, they would have done something to calm the protest down. This protest should have not happened. Because 10 days notice was enough time for them to bring up something that would even, let's say, shift the protest up forward. By this August, we promise you this.
Of course. You see, one thing I know about this government is they are deaf.
They are they are not listening.
They don't want to listen.
They don't want to listen.
They said there is no one as deaf as someone that does not want to listen to anything.
Yes.
Do you get? See, on the citizens' part, I believe our entertainment sector, they are contributing their own quota to what is going on. If you think it very well, deeply, you will see that the set of movies coming out these days has a message. Have you seen Fundayo Ransom Kuti? There's a message they were trying to pass in that particular movie.
Yeah.
See, if almost all Nigerians watch that movie and protest no food tomorrow, man, no waiting cause am. Because you see, the earlier the citizens of Nigeria know that the power belongs to them. They have power over the government.
Yes.
The better. So I don't know if she said something about us not being in unity. The thing is, it is normal. Even from the onset, all these protests before the 2020 NSAS protest. Do you get? But there is still upper hand over like a particular percent of people. See, the reason why people came out for protest is because it don't almost reach everybody.
You don't reach everybody.
Almost that
Almost
you reach
not what-
everybody.
You don't reach everybody.
Almost
Of
that
course,
everybody.
You see, let's be truthful here.
Yeah.
It no reach some people.
Though
Do you get?
No.
It no
Yeah.
reach some people.
people are fine.
I was talking to someone one day and the person said, do you know that some people in Nigeria does not know that some people live in this slum?
They don't know.
Of course.
You don't like the person said he was asking a child of one influential person, very very rich, or rich is an understatement, wealthy. Was asking that person that do you know that some people enter public transport to like wherever it is
Move around.
freely inside this country?
Yeah.
Because their whole life has been around from AC house,
Luxury.
to
Luxury.
AC school, to AC church, to AC mosque.
Everything is
and
AC.
It's AC, so they don't even know that some people.
Hey,
That's why I said
God.
some people they don't know that only if they now see it on social media, of course. That's one of the advantage. That will you believe that some people presently will be like, in this same country, do you know?
Someone is living in this kind of condition.
Seeing people going on Twitter and seeing so many things. So I believe if we stand as one, we cannot always be one because we have different opinions, different thoughts and everything. But if we can come together, at least this protest will give a success.
There's no way this protest have not at least hit somebody somewhere.
At least.
No, it has done.
One aspect of it.
It has done something
In my
very
opinion,
important.
I would say that the government would have risen up and said, this is what we're going to do, because we gave them a list of things that we want to change. They would have at least given us one. This protest would not be as hot as this. People would have come out a little, and then would have made some noise
They should
and come back.
return that subsidy.
The subsidy that they say they've returned,
They should go and be paying that money.
the subsidy that they say they've returned, we are still paying more money for fuel than the government is paying per litre. So where is the subsidy that they've returned?
What they should do is to take fuel back to 100 naira, 200 naira. And then that money they give to governors, they should go and retrieve the money from the governors. Retrieve the money, add up to the one that, because they said they save up money from the subsidy now, and they give it to governors. The governors don't need to do anything. So they should go and return the money, go back to the status quo. Okay, budget for subsidy every year until they're able to fix the refinery. Now, see, when you drag back the price of fuel, every other thing will go down because that is the major lifeline. Transportation is everything to move from point A to point B. Okay, and it is the citizens that will say the people you are talking about. I say they've not witnessed anything like that in the country. There are many. I have a friend that I invited to my office. He couldn't get his car fixed. The wife went to work. He came to my office on the public transport. He said he nearly fainted. I said, you will soon faint. I said, this is what people do daily, every day. You understand? You could have used Uber, you could have used anything, but you chose to take the bus. So that's how people live. And the Nigerian situation is pathetic because the resources is there. If we don't have it, it's a different conversation. All of us will struggle out there and say, I wish we had this. But here we have it. We are swimming or we are sitting on it.
All the orange and
we are sitting on it. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse. See, we may not be able to give everybody money to go to the moon to stay or go on vacation. But we have enough money to make everybody comfortable. You understand? We are among the largest producer of oil in the world. In every country that produces oil, go and read up on them. The Iraq, Iran, Qatar, and all that. All those in Qatar, they don't work. Qatarians don't work. They use Ghanaians to work. They have no business working. It's up for no use. What they do is that they read, they become professionals and all that, and they sit at home. Yes, the people, they have enough money to use people to work. Okay? Most countries that have oil, that's what they do. Okay? So, but here we have it in abundance. We are taking it out. They are stealing some.
All the smuggled.
We are using some to take loan.
Where are they taking it to?
We are using some to take loan. We are doing all kind of nonsense on that. In that same thing, poverty, children are out of school. If you graduate, you don't concern government. Whether you graduate. See, when was the last time government sat down to plan for the people going for NYSC? Going for NYSC, and after the NYSC, when was the last time they sat down and said, you know what, we have this number that just came out. We want to on our own absorb half. Then we want the public sector to absorb half. Then if the public sector is unable to absorb them, we want to pay subsidy on them, we want to add to the salary. The public sector can take this number and put them at this scale. We will add up this. When was the last time you heard government sit down to talk about the citizens? I've never heard the government discuss the citizens.
From after forgotten.
You know what they discuss? They discuss how they will buy cars, how they will go and award contract, they will take kickback, all those things. That's what they do. So protest is part of the way we must reclaim and work out our salvation. Protest is part of it. And protest is it to the extent that we are being civil. to the extent that we're being civil about it. And the government should respect that. There should be no threat, there should be no, because the citizens also have the power to put down protests and do violence. But we don't encourage anyone to do violence. We encourage everyone to be within the ambits of the law. But government must respect and recognize that. Very critical.
Protest is a go because we cannot sit by and watch fuel rise from 165 to almost 1,000 naira. Dollar rise from 600 naira to 1,500. Food unaffordable. Job unavailable. And transportation, you can't even move from A to B without spending 1,000 naira now these days. So yes, protest is one way we can change the country.
People cannot marry.
Did you guys see the placard? They really said that because of bad government, I never married.
You live in a country where you
Who wants to think of marriage?
when you live in a country where you cannot marry.
Just one want to
You want to every man for themselves. Well, this has been a wonderful episode on Let's Talk About Tomorrow, Enterprise TV. Now subscribe to our YouTube channel at Enterprise TV 7. Follow us across all social media at Enterprise TV 7 too. We want to hear your thoughts. You can drop your comments in the comment section. But for now, bye.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.